Morning, everyone. I really can't remember what I was doing. Pretty confident I was harvesting. Hey, Mr. Farming Man, how's it going? So before I start farming, I need your help. I'll quickly open Photoshop here. I want to make a t-shirt. And I scribbled for 3 hours and made this yesterday, and I want to know what to say on the t-shirt. Originally I was thinking like trucking with Juan and Jess, but I don't know, if Kenworth was here, he'd say the shirt has to say, making it harder than it is. I need a title. Let's zoom out. Oop. Did a bunch of scribbling. Made this. Hey, Fleet C. Hey, Fleet C, I don't remember anyone. So I need some good short logos or little sayings to go on top of this logo and make a t-shirt out of it. Eight Axel Juan. I don't know. And this is multiplayer, so everyone is welcome to join. See some equipment out here. Ah, this is where I was. I had the John Deere going. Nice. Fleet C, I can barely remember my own name. Oh. So apparently our trailers are full. Soybean. Where do we go sell them? Best price. Greendale stores. Where's Greendale stores? Greendale. Spinnery is flashing. There must be a great demand or something. Best way to get there. Heavy load. And this is multiplayer, like I said, so feel free to come join in here as well. Always use an extra hand, some free labor. Yes, Farmer Joe was helping me the last time I played. We help each other's farm. But she paid me. Don't worry, I'm going to make some money. I'm going to pay her back. That was a little hesitation there. I know what I should do. I should close that Photoshop in the background, shouldn't I? Hey Jonathan, how's it going? Let's close this Photoshop. Before we do, someone give me a title for a t-shirt for this. Right now I like 8 Axel Juan. Let's close it. No, I don't need to save anything. There, that'll prevent the computer from doing stuff in the background. We'll get our big bud back to work too here, as soon as we got the field harvested. Just joining in. Yes, I had a really good breakfast. Bacon and mini donuts. Can't beat that. Probably the most unhealthy breakfast, but I don't care. It's so good. It didn't take too terribly long, nope. No, not all nowhere. We have a way to go with that field still. Nope. Don't want to turn there. Gotta go a little further. Hard to know where I am in the dark. Because honestly, I don't think the high beams are bright enough. You should be able to see a little further. Okay. Wrong button. There we go. Maybe we can get tip both of them here at the same time. No problem. Lets me tip both at the same time. There we go. Let's pay her back. Over 60 grand. 62 grand. I was being weird on your end. It acted like I ended the live stream? Weird, might be a little lag. I don't remember how to give her money. That's about what you transferred to me. And now you're helping me on my farm, so ha! I don't know why you had to give me money in the first place. We help each other out. Oh yeah, let's repay. We still owe $500,000. Still owe $500,000. So what are you guys up to? I want to hear what you guys are doing. Anything interesting? Jess says she's farming. It's like, yeah, I knew that. Just relaxing. Well, I don't think watching me is relaxing. That can be darn right aggravating. But y'all have to ask me questions so I have something to talk about. Hey, my big rig's in the shop again. Still overheating. Where's my turn? Right there, right there. So this time, apparently they are going to actually pull my rad all the way out of the truck and then hook up like a fire hose to it and steam clean it. What kind of rig is it? It's a International Pro Star 2016. Cummins engine in it 525 horsepower, 18-speed automatic. Well, it's like a manual transmission that the computer shifts. So you drive it like an automatic. I see you just bypassing me like that, huh? Are you almost full? Okay, I'll loop around and get you here as well. And you can keep going and I'll catch up with you. She's running my smaller combine, and much slower than the bigger combine. Do I like driving the automatic, or do I prefer the manual? When I was driving the manual, I swore I would never drive an automatic. And it's not my truck, it's a company truck, but I'm the only one that drives it, so I call it my truck. Sutco, company I work for, gave me an automatic. The whole fleet switched to automatic. So I'm like, okay, I'll drive an automatic. There we go. And it took a while to get used to it. But I'll tell you what, when my automatic breaks down and they give me a manual transmission as a loaner, I miss that automatic so much. I would prefer automatic now. Now that I've learned how to drive the automatic, learned its shortcomings, I prefer the automatic over the manual. I can outdrive anyone up the mountain. Every now and then the automatic does miss a shift, but for the most part the computer can shift a lot more efficiently than I can. I've raced a couple trucks uphill that are veterans on the manual, and I've been able to match them. People have been impressed with the automatic. But the big difference, automatic and manual transmission. Can I pass you here? The big difference with the automatic is, well, driving up a hill, steep. We live in British Columbia, so mountains everywhere. I'm always climbing a hill or going down a hill. Climbing a hill, I don't have to worry about shifting. I just put the throttle down and go, and it'll pick the most efficient gear possible. But the big win is is the city driving through Vancouver or Seattle, Washington, or Portland, Oregon. You just drive like a normal automatic car. You don't have to worry about shifting all over the place all the time. I broke my ankle many years ago, and when city driving, my ankle always hurts so much with all the shifting. Automatic, no worries. You just drive. It has made life a lot easier. You can actually enjoy the scenery outside and Have I heard of... The answer is no, because I don't even know how to pronounce it. Sergei Drachov? What or who is Sergei? Yeah, if you're more interested more in the trucking, I do a trucking video every single week. I'm out every day that I'm out trucking. There's a video on YouTube of me trucking. Unless I accidentally delete the memory card. It hasn't happened in a while. I'll be uploading a bunch more videos tonight. I want to make a trucking t-shirt now. Trucking with Juan and Jess. Okay, so he does oversized loads between Canada and the US. YouTuber? I know I watch the one trucking YouTuber I watch quite frequently is Trucker Josh. There's quite a few trucking YouTubes out there, including mine, but I enjoy watching Trucker Josh. You watch Trucker Josh as well. I'll have to look up the Sergey. I'm sure I'm pronouncing it wrong, but Serge. I'll have to throw his name into the YouTube search. For how much slower that combine is, you're actually doing a good job of keeping up. I think it's just slow uphill. Just doesn't have the horsepower. Yeah, you're almost full? Okay. Got a little leg there. You gotta bring me breakfast more often. I might help you. You're helping me on my field, so you're helping enough as it is. Hmm? Oh, you're almost out of fuel? Now let it run out and then we'll grab the pickup. Or maybe I'll park the combine at the end of the field here and then go grab the pickup and fuel up your combine. What's that? Blue sky starting to show up. Yeah, we want to go kayaking today. Not sure if the weather is going to cooperate or not. I think it's almost time to upgrade another combine. I agree, we need a bigger combine. But for that we need money. I'm going to pay off my loan first. Park out of the way here. But next thing to upgrade is the baling. I need to upgrade to square bales. The round bales, I'm just not a fan of having to stop between each bale. And on this map they roll all over the place. So baling technology is the next upgrade. And then, yeah, combine is definitely on a list of upgrades needed. This first. If the weather cooperates, what's your job? I know farmers always say that. Farmers rely on weather so much. Okay, I'm gonna pull up beside you here, and then I'll go get the pickup. Almost hit your header. Okay, that is the pickup, but you can't see the thing. Party rental company. Yeah, you need the weather to cooperate for that. Especially outdoor party stuff. And especially this time of year with all the graduations and stuff and weddings and stuff, you probably have lots of business if the weather cooperates. Well, this field's ready for harvesting too. Oh yeah, yeah, we knew that. Field 19's almost done. Okay, let's get our fuel trailer. Man, that's the best lights this pickup has. Lights suck. July 4th coming up for you guys. Canada Day coming up in 2 days for us. I'll be working. In fact, I'm going to work tomorrow. Be driving about 5 hours tomorrow and then 13 hours on Monday of just solid driving. I'll be in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan by Monday night. Still quite a bit of fuel in here. Okay. Look up Saskatoon, see if we're going to be near where the fireworks are. Okay, so yeah, I need to figure out this fuel tank thing here. Okay, so I got it. Fuel pump going. Okay, you should be able to fuel up. That's it. Where am I going? It's too dark out here. Can't see where I'm going. Just park it here for now. So you've got... So you work Monday and Wednesday. Yeah, I don't really get long weekends as a trucker. Sometimes I get an extra part of a day off, but not really. Everybody still needs to buy their stuff on the weekends. You wouldn't get time off either, but you have a deal with a number of jobs, and you have to deal with a number of jobs and weather. Yeah. Hey Dylan, welcome back. So as a party rental place, do you guys do like big tents and stuff? And of course the bouncy castles and stuff like that. Those big tents definitely take some skill to set up. You need to know a few things about physics to set up the big tents. I've grown in YouTube since the last time. I don't even know how many subscribers I have. I'm sure it's over 300 if I remember right. Tents, tables, chairs, inflatables, and decorative items, dishes. Basically all of it. All the party stuff. I have everything down? Yes, I'm going to harvest everything down here, yes. Got 335 subscribers. Nice. Nice. It's more than I thought I had. It's something I don't worry about. I shoot videos in the truck. I shoot videos on the weekend, farming simulator, just for the fun of it. And if you guys enjoy it, great. Oh, she's in the tractor. I'm good. I don't need emptying anytime soon. Jonathan, I own ATS. I don't have all the updates, all the DLCs for it, but I bought ATS before I became a truck driver. And when I became a truck driver, I just didn't want to do more truck driving on the weekend. So I kind of gave up ATS, but it's a really good game. With the new DLCs, it's got Washington in it now. Looking at some of the routes, they look so familiar because I drive them in the real world. When you get to 1,000 subscribers, you start making money. I used to make money off of just like 100 and some subscribers, and then YouTube changed the rules. Whoa, whoa, I'm skidding too fast, too fast. So you guys better get me to 1,000 subscribers then, huh? She says the trailers are almost full, so if I turn around and empty this, it might just fill it up. You got ETS. You got ETS of the gift that you won from me doing the giveaway. Cool. Doing the Steam gift cards. Oh, there's still lots of room in there. Her definition of almost full is different than mine. For a head-on collision. Well, just wait to see what you're doing. It was on sale when you bought it. Awesome. Is there any more left behind this? Better check. Yeah, Steam's got a big sale right now. Some of the games that I want are on sale. Yeah, it's all clear. center. Oh, there it is. Okay, I'm going to grab the cedar, grab the big bud. When I'm going to do a giveaway again, probably when we hit 400 subscribers. I'll do another giveaway. Give away some Steam cards. I keep doing physical giveaways. I try those and they're not working out. Like the winner of the baseball hat, the Sutco baseball hat that I was giving away for the truck video listeners, isn't sending me an address to send it to, so I think it's better giving away gift cards online that I can just forward to someone. Okay, let's get this off the field. The shadow of the combine looks like a bird or a plane. You're totally right. It's like a you can take this combine and work on this field if you want to continue helping, because I'm going to jump in the big bud. Or you want me to take care of that? 'Cause this is dark. Try to put this on the header trailer. Oh, I brought that combine to that field. Could you repair it first? I guess I could repair it too, but what? Can't hook up to the trailer? Oh yeah, I have to repair, you're right. There we go. I'll back this out of the way, and you can... Flashlight. Where am I going? And yes, that's a Rothfull mash header on a John Deere combine. Repair, yes. Tab. Repair, yes. Okay. Don't have to worry about washing it because it's going out in the field right away again. I think it's canola, so there would be no straw. Can't repair the trailer. Oh, I was going to wash it. Let's wash it. Clean it up. Hey Hero Laws, how's it going? in that header. What was I going to do? I was going to jump in the big bud, right. Let's park this. Okay. Hey, while we're here, let's fill up the big mud. Fuel? Yes, please. Ah, must be out of fuel. Sell what? I have to sell the trail. Oh, right. Right. Okay. Before we can do anything with the big bud, we need to take care of this. Still green stores. Got to get this off the way, or off the field, so. And then we'll bring it to the field Farmer Joe is harvesting. Whoa, fence. Hedge. Sell this. Pay off even more loan. And then we'll get the big bud going. We'll just get the big bud to seed some oil seed radish. On the field we just harvested. And it's not even the big bud. It's the smaller big bud, and it barely fits on this map. So dark, I can't see where I'm going. You can see the background, the sun's starting to shine in the background, so getting daylight here sooner or later. I think in game it's like maybe 5:30ish in game when it starts getting lighter, and you can see the background starting to get a little brighter. I totally turned to the wrong place. Enough room to do a U-turn here. Yep. Hey Jonathan, I watch Welker Farms religiously. I watch every single video. I watched 2 of their videos today morning before coming here and streaming on my own. I wish they would get that versatile in the background going, but the only reason they bought the versatile was for the big bud, because they moved the engine from the versatile to the big bud. but I'm a fan of Versatile. And those new tires they got for the combine, amazing, huge, like they're cartoonishly huge tires. Oh, selected the wrong trailer. $140,000. Okay, I've got to find you on that field now. Trying to avoid going back in cab view. Do I want to turn here? No, I do not want to turn here. Okay. But tires like that, I like that they did it just on one combine. And compare the two combines. If the weather is really wet and moist, the what just happened? Farmer Joe just got booted. With tires like that, they can now compare, and with really wet soil, they might be able to still harvest. You're still in game according to me. On my screen, you're still in game. Okay, here I missed some comments. They may still work on the Versatile by the sounds of Nick. Not sure what they're going to do with it. I suspect they're going to sell the Versatile, but those Versatiles are nice tractors. Get Steam Labs. Hey, Dylan, I have Patreon, and nobody's bothered to go to Patreon and donating there either, so I haven't tried Steam Labs. What's that? Oh, so your character kept driving. So you did crop destruction. Got it. I know there were. I know where we are at, and around us. Oh, where you guys are, Jonathan. There was a lot of rain. Um, so you're saying Steam Lab is better than Patreon? I'll have to look into that. To write it down. I guess Patreon is a subscription thing, right? People have to keep giving $1 every month or whatever. You guys still have flooded fields? We got quite a bit of rain this week too, but we need more. The more rain, the better. I don't want forest fires. Oh, Steam Labs is part of OBS? Cool, same company? Oop, oop, in the hedge, get out of the hedge. Okay, Dylan, I'll definitely look into that. That's a good idea. Because any money I made on the side, like when I was making money on YouTube, I gave it all back to you guys in giveaways and stuff. I give away more than I've made. No, Dylan, I gave all my consoles to Salvation Army. I found I was spending too much money on games that I rarely played. Too many consoles, so I decided to stick with one platform, and that's the PC. I would really like a Nintendo Switch though for the big rig. I miss I miss playing Zelda and Mario. Um, I also miss playing some of the racing games on PlayStation, but you can get racing games on computer. So, yeah, I gave them all. I gave all my consoles to Salvation Army and decided to stop buying games. And now with I'm a trucker, I have so few hours of spare time to be playing anyway. Oh, I'm jackknifing that rear trailer. Yeah, thankfully you hit the tower and didn't keep doing crop destruction. It is so hard to back up. I don't need to back up. I'm just practicing. I'm gonna jackknife it again. I think I'm making two big moves on the front end. Yeah, it'd take work, but I could back it up eventually. Three articulations. Our fuel pump's still going. Shut that down. Okay, Big Bud. Go to bed. And Jess is like, okay, go to bed. Alright, there's my huge cedar. Yeah, we have two PCs. They were both about $2,000 to build. We've upgraded since then. I have a new graphics card. And oh shoot, wait, this seeder, I can't fertilize at the same time as seeding. Nope, I'm not, okay, I take it back. Not going to. Oh, go to bed to get the game to switch from night to day. It's too much work to be done. What? I just unloaded it. Oh boy. What? See, oh, maybe I need to go to bed in real life. Obviously, I'm struggling. Yes, and then we also have laptop. A laptop I paid about $2,000 for as well. So decided to put all our money into high-end computers and then not buy lots of small games, lots of games for all the different platforms. Okay, let's park the Big Bud. Big Bud's not going to do any work today after all. I can see better during the day, you're right. But I can't make as much money during the day. Well, I mean, I can make as much money, but there's so much to be done. If I skip to daytime, I'm spending more money on maintenance and stuff like that. I can skip half an hour. Farmer Joe is going, yes, yes, skip ahead. She's agreeing with you, Jonathan and Dylan. Can I make the turn? Can I make it without hitting the post? Oh, the cedar hit the post. Darn it. I'm still hitting the post. Scratching the cedar. Scratching the cedar. Hang on, what's that little spot there? Is that like a little spot that isn't plowed? Yeah, there's a little spot there not plowed. I guess we gotta fix that, don't we? Whoop. Go into a tree. Where's our little plow? Thought we had a little plow. Did I sell the little plow? Ah, there it is. Okay. Phew. That was your Red Bull. I'm not a fan of Red Bull. It gives you such a high and then you got such a crash after. Where am I going? Where am I going? Every time I get lost, I'm going, yeah, I should switch today. Any energy drink. Not a fan of any energy drink. Well, I guess my weakness is sugar. Oh, that's not doing the trick either. I'm going to have to create field on. Did that do it? I think it did it. Better have. I do like my sugar. Too much sugar. I do like the flavor of coffee. I don't drink coffee. I like the flavor of coffee though. Hey, when we have time, we should sell that little cultivator, that red cultivator there in front of me. Sell it. That thing never going to get used again. Let's try this again. Yeah, that's taken care of. Oh, I hit the fence again. I think it's the dual tires, dual narrow tires on this tractor. It reduces my turning radius. That's what I'm going to blame it on anyway. Oh, it's easier to go this way. Get the rest on the next loop. Corn's going pretty good there beside me on field 1. I want to buy another field or 2 as well. But need to pay off some more loan first. Can't see where I'm going. Yes, I know. Go to bed and... Actually, I can't even go to bed. I don't have a house. Farmer Joe, do you have a house? Nope. No house. Can't even go to bed. We could speed up time though. Red Bull is your username on Discord? I have Discord. I don't really use it. I find it causes lag in this game when streaming. I do enjoy watching Red Bull sponsored extreme sports. Some pretty high-end stunt stuff that's entertaining to watch. Now I could speed up time if there was nothing to do, and to make it so there's nothing to do, you guys need to come and join in game. Help farm this farm. Although I am thinking about moving again, moving to another map, maybe a North America map. I'm not sure. Farmer Joe really likes this map, so um, so if all of a sudden a good American map comes out, Farmer Joe, you gotta say so. That's what I was just saying. If you see a good American map come out, give it a test. If you like it, we'll move. Sell everything here, take our money, and move to the other side of the ocean. I prefer it to be a big map, yeah. Jonathan says he would join in-game if he had a computer and had the game. Yes, you need to have a computer, also the game. It is a fun game. Do you have it on the console? I still don't understand why they can't program this game so that console players can join games of PC players. Have a server that you can run both games. Like have all of them playing together. Because that would be pretty epic. That way anybody could join in game. Doesn't matter if they're playing on PlayStation or the PC or any of the consoles. I guess this is Xbox as well. Yeah, I come from a low income family as well. We didn't have a TV until I was in high school. My first gaming system was in high school as well, which was the Super Nintendo was my first gaming system. Shared with the whole family, obviously. My first cell phone was high school. Didn't buy my own TV until I got a job after high school. And even now, I make good money. I went crazy there a bit and bought every single console and I was spending money for a little bit once I had a decent income, and then I decided, it's like, why am I wasting money? Let's be frugal. I still don't make a lot of money, but I make a comfortable amount of money. I wish I had enough money to buy a place though. I am tired of renting holes in ground. Buying a decent place. Doesn't have to be a nice place, just a decent place. Unfortunately, here in BC, anything decent is $500,000. You cannot find a place for $100,000. It doesn't exist. $250,000 is a hole in the ground. We grew up super poor. When we lived in Belize, had almost no money. Lived off the fruit trees. Picture of me when I was young was like those pictures you see of third world countries where big belly and my hair were completely white. Okay, maybe not as bad as the third world pictures of skin and bones, but you can definitely see that I was malnourished. Oh yeah, I can't say the word, but you know what I mean. White hair because I had no vitamins in me. Not gray hair, white, solid white hair. I agree with you. I would be happy to get out of the slumlord apartment I'm in as well. It is. It is. Pretty nasty apartment. The thing that's kept me from upgrading is price, and I'm in this apartment a day and a half a week. For a day and a half, I can still put up with the arrogant neighbors and the useless landlord. I do wish they would stop smoking pot right next to our window so that I could open my window and enjoy a bit of summer. I got nothing against people smoking pot. I just can't stand the smell, and I wish you wouldn't smoke it right outside of my window. But the landlord doesn't do anything about it. That I agree with that also, doing the maintenance in the apartment. I do most of the maintenance, anything maintenance I can do, I do in the apartment myself. Legally, they are responsible for that. But if I know I'm going to wait for them to do it, it'll be months before it gets done. And I can't wait months. When my fridge died, I forced them to give us a new fridge. Well, it was a new old used fridge, but at least it works. It's an old used fridge that they replaced the other old one with. But it works. They never clean the place. Never mow the grass. They only mow the grass when the town threatens to do it for them and charge them. A layer of filth on all the outside. We're on the 3rd floor. They have like outside walkways, like hallways, outside hallways. Absolutely filthy. And in the ground I wrote, "Wash me." And when I say ground, I mean ground. There's like such a layer of dirt on the floor. It's ridiculous. We don't really have to worry about mold much here because it's so dry in the Okanagan. Thankfully, we don't have to worry about mold. In the winter, you have to make sure there's no humidity buildup, but for the most part, just everything keeps itself nice and dry. It's one thing living in a forest fire zone. It's dry here. You guys have in the shower, you guys have mold because of poor construction plans. No real engineering thought about all the moisture. Even in the shower, we don't have to worry about mold. Everything dries out so fast. We could dump water all over the place on a regular basis, and then again, we're gone most of the week, so the shower only gets used on the weekends. If I were to build my own house, my shower would just be a wet room. I would build the whole room, like have it all tiled, have a drain on the floor, and just be a big room. The whole room is a shower. You know, like a public pool shower type of idea. I've seen those in a house, and it's like, that's a great idea. The whole room's waterproof. No worries about any mold. Oh my goodness. I have walked into places like on the highway, Petropasses and Flying J's. It's like, really? You got the shower head at 5 feet? Really? I'm 6'3". It's like, The shower's at my throat. This is useless. I have to hunch over to get a shower. It's like, this is ridiculous. Yes, I agree. In my house, the shower would be much, much higher up. Also, my kitchen sink would have a lower sink and a higher sink. Because when I'm on the kitchen sink, my back hurts from leaning over. My wife is much, much, much shorter than me, so I think in the kitchen we would build a two-tier kitchen sink. A taller kitchen sink and a lower kitchen sink. I think us tall people though get a lot more brain damage. We hit our heads on everything. Just at 5:30 it gets brighter outside. She's not feeling super well, so she's gonna go take a nap. Oh, you can see there is a brighter glow there. The map is still not brighter. I still can't see. Okay, that's funny. It's a good compliment for your mom though if they think that you're dating your mom. Or she's just a cougar. They think she's a cougar. But I'll go with it's a good compliment for your mom. And I have to keep correcting people from where I'm from. People know by my accent that I was not born in Canada. I speak differently than other people do. And I heard workers in the office go, he speaks really good English for being from Mexico. I'm like, I'm not from Mexico. Just because my name is Spanish, I'm not from Mexico. Not that there'd be anything wrong with it. My brother was born in Mexico. I was born in Belize. Just because I got a Spanish name, don't assume I was born in Mexico. And, of course, when I worked in retail, I had the name badge. So I had Hispanics come up to me and just start speaking away at me in Spanish, and I'm like, no comprende? It's like, I don't speak Spanish at all. Yeah, my first language was definitely not English. It wasn't Spanish either. Don't know a word of Spanish. My first language was Plotich. Second language was German. Third language was English. You get it where kids like you, but some of the elderly adults are afraid of you. Yeah, I wish I knew Spanish. Spanish would be a good language to know. Spanish and French would be good languages to know. I know 3 languages, but I wouldn't mind adding another 2 to that. Spanish and French are 2 languages I wouldn't mind knowing. Although I've pretty much lost all the knowledge of writing in German. If you don't ever use it, you completely lose it. Speaking, I think speaking in German and speaking in Plotich would come back very, very quick if I moved back to a place where those 2 languages get used regularly. Because my mom still talks to me in Plotich every time I call her or she calls me, type of thing. I speak in English, she speaks in Plotich. Anybody listening to us is super, super confused. It's like hearing a phone conversation where you only hear the one end, right? You only hear one side of the conversation. The nice thing about being tall, people barely notice the difference when I weigh 170 pounds and when I weigh 230 pounds. Going from 170 pounds to 230, people are like looking at you and going, have you gained a little bit of weight? Like, a little bit of weight? Gained 60 pounds. That's not a little bit of weight. They don't believe me. And then when I lose the weight, they're like, you've been losing a bit of weight? And I'm like, nope, a 60-pound difference. I fluctuate my weight like crazy. I'm always between those 2 weights, between 170 and 230. I'm between those 2 weights. I never throw my clothes out because it's just a matter of time before I'm the next size again. I don't watch my diet. I just eat what I'm hungry for. It always bounces back and forth. I should limit my sugar though. Too much sugar. $330? Last time you weighed in? Yeah, as a farm kid though, that's a lot of muscle. Last time I weighed in was 230. But that's pretty much how heavy I've gotten. Like I said, I keep bouncing back and forth between those 2 weights. But 170 I think is too skinny for me. I feel good at 230. I think I feel healthier at 230 than I do at 170, but I find the more stressed out I am, the less I weigh. Yeah, doctors can go fly a kite when I hate when doctors every single time you go to a doctor and they say something, there's an issue. It's like first thing, lose weight, lose weight. It's like, okay, what if I was a skinny person? What would you tell me to do? The fat shaming is ridiculous from doctors. Like my wife has a lot of asthma and heart issues, and every single time, oh, you should exercise more, eat healthier. She eats freaking healthier than anyone I know. Exercises as much as she can without breaking out in hives. It's like, I don't think she could eat healthier. It's not physically possible. Never go out to restaurants. Very rarely go out to restaurants. She makes all the food like with no salt added. There's enough salt already. The fat shaming is just, the doctors need to cut that crap out. Heavier people die because doctors just blame it on weight. When they would actually, if a skinny person came in with the same symptoms, they would do a couple of tests and go, oh, this is what's wrong with you. When a bigger person comes in, they should do the same exact test and not just go, oh, it's because you're overweight. You almost need to ask, okay, if I was skinny, what tests would you do with these symptoms? Okay, let's go do those tests. It looks like I'm almost out of fertilizer. Yes, I see I missed a couple little spots there. That's okay. I'm over it. This is just a fertilizer crop anyway. I'd like to get into cotton harvesting. But I think we have to move to a bigger map before we do cotton harvesting. I guess cotton would work on a map like this, but I do feel we need to change maps though. Hey, Go Lucky. Yeah, absolutely, Jonathan. Yeah, it's hard to find clothing. Hard to find clothing that fit. Well, here we have Big and Tall. For nice clothing, I go to Big and Tall. It's expensive though. It's a lot more expensive getting clothing for tall and big people. So what's up with the name Go Lucky there? OGVS11 space OG11 Lucky. I'm just gonna call you Go Lucky. I know the Go is backwards, but I'm going Go Lucky. Place called Casual Male XL. Yeah, it's really expensive to get clothing for big people. It's stupid. Especially since such a huge percentage of the population is large people. I get it, clothing should be a little bit more expensive. It takes a little bit more material. So fine, it'll be a little more expensive, but it can't be double the price. There's not double the material, or triple the price, quadruple the price. You've bought triple XL? Because of your shoulder. Oh, you couldn't bend your shoulder far enough to like get a shirt on, so you got to get a bigger, looser fitting shirt type of thing. The biggest I've had to buy is XL. My issue is length. I gotta find pants that are long enough for me. I always wear like pants that are too short. You see this big space of sock. I'll buy the cheap pants for work. The nicer pants, I gotta go to a specialty store. Too tall. You have to special order shoes. I'm lucky I don't have to special order shoes. I'm just the 12 wide, which a lot of places have. A lot of places don't, but there's enough places that 12 wide do. That they're pretty much not a problem. I have a cousin that was a 16, like clown feet. Was a 16? Maybe that's too big. 15? I can't remember. It was a big shoe. 15 or 16. It's a size that no store has. Every shoe is special ordered. some reason automatically withheld your message there, Go Lucky. Had to approve it. I don't know why it withheld it, but it did. You wear a size 15 shoe? Yeah, definitely have to special order that. Clown feet you guys have. My cousin, I can't remember how tall he is, but he's definitely taller than me too, so. They only look like clown feet on my, if I put the shoe on. When my cousin puts the shoe on, well, apparently I'm out of fertilizer. Good thing it stops. When my cousin's wearing it, it looks normal on him. But when I put his shoes on, it's like, whoa. Okay, I'm not following you there, Go Lucky. So Farmer Joe made it around the field twice, I guess. Fertilizer. Which one's fertilizer? Is that this one right here? No. That's seed, right? Well, we might as well top up seed too. Open. Open the lid first. Okay. Why is it not opening, or why is it not topping off seed? Closer? Try to get closer. Rub the bin. There we go. Oh, I'm out of money. Okay. There we go. Close it again. Let's head to the... Oh, it didn't even... I'm out of money again. Didn't even fill up all fertilizer all the way. That's fine. It's close enough, right? I think, Go Lucky, you're saying... Are you using your voice to type? Oh, okay. Got it. You're struggling to make or string out an English sentence because you're from Australia. What's your native tongue? And we were talking about my native tongue. My first language was Plotich, which is a dialect of German, often called Low German. It's my first language I learned. And of course, there's always Google Translate, but it doesn't do a perfect job. Google Translate will get you close to what you mean to say often, but not always. it'll often get the idea across, right? You can still communicate with someone. Australia, it's one of those places. I always say I'm not a big fan of going across seas and vacation stuff. Australia would be a cool country to visit because your environment is so different than the rest of the world. So, English, Aussie slang plus Italian. So 3 different languages. Huh, just like me, 3 different languages. Victoria, Australia, Melbourne. Okay, it's 6 a.m. Where's our light? Farmer Joe promised it would get light at 5:30. Oh, you can start seeing clouds, so is that the moon? It is getting brighter back there, but I still can't see it on the field. Give us some light. Sydney they call New South Wales State. I always like the original naming that the British had. Let's call it by a name that we have at home. We'll just put New on it. But before I can visit places like Australia, I have to first visit all of the Canadian provinces and territories. A couple of years ago, we drove all the way across Canada. So we visited all the provinces. Now we still have to visit the territories. 3 territories. Yukon, Northwest Territory, and Nunavut. Yukon and Northwest Territories I can drive to, but Nunavut, you have to, well, in the winter you would have snow roads, ice roads, but pretty much have to fly there. Fly to Churchill or something like that. See the polar bears. Yeah, that's something, Jonathan, you Americans do. You go the States, and you just assume we're all thinking the same thing. But that term only works in the US of A. Same with when you guys go America. That only works in the US as well because I'm an American. We live in North America. I was born in Central America or South America. We're all American. My wife was born in the US, grew up in the US, so it's interesting to learn the differences. It's like, oh, things that you always say in the US only make sense in the US because you grew up there. You wherever you grew up, you kind of think that as the center of the world, right? Even when I moved from province to province, it's like, oh, this is. I thought this was something that was across all of North America. No, this only exists in this place. Like there are drinks and chips and stores that only exist in Michigan, that anyone growing up in Michigan just assumes those stores are all across America. No. See, and even I just said across America. I meant all across the US of A. And then, of course, I go to a restaurant in the US and I order an iced tea, and I get something completely different than what I'm used to in Canada. I'm like, oh, what you wanted was a sweet tea. Yes, could I have that, please, then? A little bit left there and that there. See our other fields. Farmer Joe has started to harvest that. 15 is getting close to being ready. Farmer Joe's field 2 is getting close to ready. Well, let's turn our grass on here. Field 17 and that field are close to ready for harvest. I mean, you harvest now, but it wouldn't be a full crop. Let's wait for one more growth. I missed that comment there, Jonathan. Another YouTube who's up is Bill's T-Max. I've never heard of Bill's T-Max. Just barely wide enough to get that done. I hear birds chirping like crazy. Does that mean the sun's gonna come out? There it is, okay. Get this little bit done and then we'll go back to harvesting. Hey, you got cousins in the US? I've got cousins everywhere. Our family tree is very splintered. I have cousins in Canada, all over Canada, from British Columbia all the way to Ontario, in southern US, Mexico, Belize, Paraguay, Bolivia, and then a lot further off, removed cousins in Russia. Those I wouldn't know how to track. But the ones in Bolivia and Paraguay, Mexico, Belize, I could track those if I wanted to. You have a popular last name? Let's see if I can pronounce it right. Schrodel? You have cousins all over the world. I did not get it right. I didn't think so, but I tried. I'm very bad pronouncing people's names. I think it's because of the multiple languages. Growing up learning 3 languages and mixing them all together. And then of course the English I learned in Belize was completely different than English in Canada. So there's a lot of Belizean slang which also makes me mispronounce names. I go back to Belize now and then you got the Creole English. It's like, I know you think you're speaking English, but I can't understand you. Schradel. Schradel. Did I get it right this time? It sounds like a German name, Schradel. What kind of, like, where's your ancestry from? And go lucky, reading's overrated anyway. I listen to a lot of audiobooks while I'm driving truck. Whoa, hedge. Well, I'm through it anyway. I'll go all the way through. Oh, you were homeschooled. I find people that are homeschool are have a lot more wisdom and common sense. You've learned a lot of practical lessons and I would say less book smart, but a lot wiser. I think some of the smartest people in the world are people that have not gone and had formal schooling. Formal brainwashing. Okay, let's park this and we'll jump back in the John Deere Combine. I can see, it is getting brighter out because I can now see the equipment. I can see where I'm going to aim this. I'm going to go park this in front of the cultivator, so hopefully I remember to go sell this cultivator. because that cultivator is useless, because we've got this one over here, which the big bud hauls. Makes that little cultivator absolutely useless. This is a big cultivator. Let's get some canola harvested. Make some more money. I think that's the biggest problem about public education. It makes us all the same. We all learn exactly the same thing. We all get told we can do anything. We all become sheeple. You drive truck part-time and work full-time as an engine mechanic. When you say truck, is that like a highway train type of truck? I drive 8-axle truck. Truck and trailers. I love driving truck. Best job out there. Absolutely best job out there. Road train. Yeah, you guys have such a flat country that you can get away with these long road trains. The longest road trains legal in Canada is 2 full-size trailers hooked together. So you have a truck and 3 full-size trailers. My trailers are not full-size trailers. My front trailer has a 30-foot deck. It's a Super B. And my second trailer has a front trailer's 32-foot deck. Second trailer's 28-foot deck. So I got 60 feet of deck space. I'll actually open that picture that I drew yesterday. I spent 3 hours on Photoshop yesterday and asked you guys again. Let's open it here instead of opening it in Photoshop. Maybe. So I scribbled that out. That's what I drive. I want to put that onto a t-shirt. I wanted it to be really messy art style, just kind of scribbled out. I need a good name to put on it, like Trucking with Juan and Jess, or if you guys have any good trucking names that would go on a t-shirt, to put that on there, and I'll make a t-shirt with that on there. Yeah, 2 or 3 hours in Photoshop yesterday, just kind of scribbling. Really messy art style. I just need a good name for it now. I know someone said, call 9 Juan. He broke it again. I do break it down a lot. Another one was, you're making it harder than it looks. or you're making it harder than it is. Another was 8-axle Juan, trucking with Juan and Jess. I don't know, I need a good title. Something to go on a t-shirt. And I'll make it scribbly, messy style writing as well. But that's exactly what I drive. International Pro Star with the 2 trailers. And the first trailer has a kingpin built right into it, so the second trailer hooks onto that kingpin, so no dolly between the trailers. You guys in Australia are running with dollies between your trailers. At least that's what I've seen on YouTube. Oh, hang on. So go lucky. You're calling. So what I'm driving, you guys call B double. Because what I drive here in Canada, we call Super B. A train is with a dolly in it. We would call that an A train. What you run 3 trailers, we would, assuming that you have dollies between your trailers, we would call that a 3-trailer A train. Or just triples. Oh, so you have two B train, or okay, so you're running exactly what I'm running. So you're running exactly this, but you have 2 of these front trailers. So you take this front trailer, hook it onto there. So basically copy and paste this trailer in over here and put that last trailer behind it. How long are your trailers though? Because they're different lengths. I've seen the front trailer be 28 feet and the rear trailer be 32 feet here in Canada. But my front trailer is 32 feet and my rear trailer is 28 feet. So you're basically running a double B train. Or what you're calling a B double trailer. Cool. So no dolly between that, so it's just three articulations. So you can actually back that up then. If you go nice and slow, you can back that up. I mean, you can back up one dollies too, but you gotta be some skilled. A B double, okay. Because you have 2, what we call would be 2 lead trailers, and then a pup on the rear. So how much deck space are your trailers? Because B trains are a lot more stable than A trains. You have less articulations. And an A train, there's no way in the world you can back an A train around a corner. With my Super B, I can back that around any corner. No problem. Well, okay, not no problem. problems, but I can back it around a corner. Where is the combine? Oh, it's closer. I should have just kept going straight. That's cool. I've never seen a double B on. No, don't worry about taking a long time to reply. Don't worry about that. I've never seen a double B train. I wonder if you could legally do that with a permit in Canada. Although I shouldn't even think of that. In British Columbia, it would be insane to run 3 trailers. I already struggle way too much climbing these mountains. When my truck's not overheating, I climb these mountains between 15 and 20 kilometers an hour. Now with my truck overheating, the last couple of weeks, I was climbing them up at about 15 kilometers an hour, just crawling up with a full load. With another trailer attached, I wouldn't want to stop going up that's for sure. I don't know if I could get going again. I'd have to have a pusher. Oh, you guys can't drive B double in city. You have okay. So basically you haul them long distance, pull over outside of the city, split them apart, deliver them individually, or as just a. Are you allowed to run 2 trailers, or you have to split them all into one single trailer? Make your deliveries, hook them all back up, and then head back. I have to every now and then split trailers. How many horsepower is that Detroit diesel? Every now and then I have to split trailers because there's no way in the world I can bring 2 trailers into that customer's place. It's like, yeah, you guys don't bring semis in here. There's no way I'm bringing 2 trailers in here. There's other times I've called and asked, it's like, hey, do you guys, I Googled their place on map and looked where it is. I'm like, do you guys bring Super B semi back there? He goes, yeah, we bring semis back here all the time. It's like a Super B, yeah. Pull back there and go, uh-oh. I'm not going to be able to turn around. He just goes, just go around the building this way. Take a walk around that way and go, sir, if I go around the building this way, your building will be missing its corners. This trailer needs a lot more space. Just because you can drive around the building in your pickup does not mean I can drive around the building with my Super B. Split the trailers up. Back them back out of the yard. Rarely do I have to split the trailers. Most of the time I can back out with both trailers, but every now and then it's so tight it's like, nope, not going to work. I need to split the trailers. Okay, so you guys run 2 trailers in the city and then drop the other one at a truck stop. Cool. I'm learning. I'm ready to go trucking in the outback now. But I feel that out in the Australia, you have so many miles of nothingness where there's no fuel stations, no mechanics, no cell service. You almost have to be a bit of a mechanic yourself. Because if you break down in the middle of nowhere, you have to know how to change the basics, like fix air hoses and change tires and change fan belts. And if you can't do that, you're going to be all sorts of trouble. Of course, TV dramatizes it. Just like if you watch Highway Through Hell, I don't know if you've ever seen that TV show, Highway Through Hell. It dramatizes that mountain pass like crazy. In real life, that mountain pass is nowhere near that dangerous. Yes, there's lots of crashes on there, but TV makes it seem like it really is a highway through hell. So I'm sure watching trucking videos from Australia are probably the same way. It's dramatized how bad it is, but you guys do have a lot of open country. Your truck teacher used the toy truck? Huh, same with mine. That's awesome. Um, so my truck teacher had a toy truck that was magnetic and a big whiteboard that is magnetic as well. So he would draw map on the whiteboard, and then we would have to back the truck and trailer into the spot he wanted us on. It worked pretty good. Worked pretty good. I actually practiced driving and backing up a truck in American Truck Simulator. The video game is actually very helpful learning how to back up trailers. Because I know the company I work for, there are some truck drivers that won't fix anything themselves. They'll just send in a satellite message and say, I'm broke down for the simplest thing. It's like just a small air hose leak. They go, it's not my job description to fix it. And yet you sit on the side of the road for 3 hours to wait for a tow truck to come and fix a simple air leak. I carry a toolbox, full set of wrenches, a bunch of air fittings, spare fan belt for the rad, extra glad hands. There's more in there. I just can't remember what. But the basic parts, I carry them in the truck. I bought my own tire chain pliers so I can fix my chains for in the winter when we're climbing over, we have to chain up. Fix my own chains along the road as I break them. Well, you own the truck you drive, so you well, and you're a full-time mechanic, so you basically fix everything on your own. Yeah. I don't own my truck. The company owns. Well, no, that's not true. The company I work for has leased my truck for 4 years. So I got another year on this truck. It's a 2016. Yeah, I guess it's worth driving around, filling it up. It's only a couple percentage, and we'll have to sell these. The nice thing about not owning my own truck, when it has big failures, I don't have to pay those thousands of dollars to get it fixed. I don't get exactly the truck I would want, but At least I'm not paying huge mechanical fees for breakdowns. So canola, where are we selling? That's canola, right? Darn it. Price is going down. It's not good. Not good at all. Okay, so you've got basically you're basically bringing your mechanic shop with you because you got a big toolbox built onto the frame. Where am I going? Rainbow Ridge stores. Okay. Of course, do you guys when you guys see another trucker broken down, do you guys stop and help each other out? I know we not all a lot of us do that here as well. We pull over, help the other person out. If I've got coolant or fitting that guy needs, we'll stop and help him out. And you guys probably carry spare tires too. We don't. No spare tires at all. If I have a blowout, I gotta park it and wait for it to repair. If it's a slow leak, I'll drive on it to the nearest shop. But you guys always help. Yeah, we always try to do that, especially the further north we get into the cold, desolate desert of the north, where there is nothing. If you don't help out your buddy, he dies. That's why you rely on each other. If you break down, somebody will come and help you. Next guy coming down the road will help you. And if you see someone broken down, you're going to help them because who knows when it'll be your turn that needs help. That's the nice thing about trucking industry. We still help each other. I see less of that in the US of A. Yeah, if you have to wait for someone to come out and tow you, it'll take a day just to get you towed to the next shop. Yeah. Yeah. Paid off a lot of debt today. A lot. Holy smokes, I've been streaming for 2.5 hours. I should probably take a break. I should probably take a break. Hey, Go Lucky. I would love it if you'd join me in more streams. I'm really enjoying your conversation. I try to do these streams on Saturday and or Sunday mornings about this time. So whatever time you guys have there, I try to do it every weekend. I would love if you would join in more often and chat because I'm enjoying the conversation. I think we're like-minded. You're obviously more mechanically inclined than I am because you fix your own truck. I'll do little things like air hoses and stuff, but in the bush, the next town is 400 kilometers away, yeah. Yeah. And the game is finally starting to get enough light I can see, and now I'm going to call it. I'm going to call it a day. Thank you guys for watching so much. Really appreciate it. Thoroughly enjoyed the conversation with you, Go Lucky. And I'll do a stream tomorrow morning again while I'm doing laundry. It won't be as long of a stream because I've got to get ready and go to work, do some trucking, because I have to be in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan for Tuesday morning, and that's about 19 hours of driving. $19 of driving for my next unload. So I'm going to drive part of tomorrow and all of Monday. But yeah, I think this is it for today. See you guys tomorrow.